Welcome back to our channel. Right, today I want to show something I use in the market to make trading decision. Okay, I call it Trendline Break Strategy. Okay, so I'm going to be showing us this strategy. It actually works very well. Okay, it actually works very well. But guys, hold on before we begin. I want to take out time to really appreciate you all for your support, for your love, for your encouragement. Okay, the rate at which the channel is growing is massive. It is because of you. Yes, you, and you. All right, so we are very, very grateful for your support, right? For subscribing, for sharing, for liking, and for also commenting for us to make new videos and for us to improve. Thank you so much. We are really grateful for that. Okay, so let's get back to the main business. Okay, because I don't want this tutorial video to be too long. Okay, so I just want it to be brief. But then let's get back. Okay, all right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry for that break. Okay, so we talk about trend line. You know that trend line also is more of like a support and resistance. All right, trend line is more of a support and resistance. So if you don't know anything about trend line, comment in the comment section and I will do a simplified video on trend line. Okay, so now we are the next thing we're going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is to spot a particular area in our chart for us to actually spot it as our trend line area. Okay, so now we are going to be using these. Okay, for this particular tutorial we're going to be using these. Is this valid? Okay, let's use this. It's actually one we traded back and then we were actually on profit on this trade too. Okay, so let's see, we are using this particular section now, this particular section, as you can see. Right, so sorry about how my chart is rough. Those are some of the things I used previously. Okay, so we are supposed to use FX, supposed to use candlestick replay. Okay, but we are using a free plan of trading view, so we cannot use it. So what we are going to do now is more of, you're already seeing what is happening, but just pay attention to the steps and what is required of you. Okay, that is what you should be paying attention for. But if not, we're supposed to use a replay so that we see how this thing played out. Okay, but then we are still going to grab one or two things from the video. So when for a trend line to be valid, all right, it must have more than two touches. More than two touches. For it to be a valid trend line, it must have more than two touches. So for a trend line that has less than two touches is not valid. You shouldn't trade it. So if that is done, all right, the next thing you are going to be looking at is for you to zoom out. Yeah, for you to zoom out and try to find a candlestick that breaks the trend line. So you are looking for what we call candlestick break, okay, trend line break. So for this particular video, okay, and this particular example, it is this particular candle that broke the trend line. All right, sorry guys, pop-up ads. We are using a free plan of trading view, so this pop-up is completely inevitable. All right, so we are going to go back. Okay, so this particular bearish candle broke the trend line, right? This particular bearish candle broke the trend line, so we are going to bring out our box and then draw it. Okay, we're going to draw it. So how do we do that? Let's go to the candle here, right? This particular candle is what broke the trend line, as you can see. Please guys, just pay attention. Okay, just pay attention. So we're going to be drawing it out. We're going to mark it out. Now, I haven't done that, all right? I haven't done that. We've known the candle that broke it. The next thing we're going to be looking at is rejection candles, multiple rejection candles. So the multiple rejection candle in this, it doesn't mean whether it is bullish or bearish, but let there be rejection candle that is indicating that upward price movement is restricted, or it is being rejected multiple times. So for the price to move upward, it is being rejected multiple times. So that's what we are looking for, multiple rejection. So if the price is trying to move up but rejection, so the multiple rejection candle will come in the form of wick. So as you can see, we have multiple rejection here, or the bullish, the three bullish, and the bearish candles. And as you can see, after the rejection candle with the long wick at the top of it, that bullish candle, you can see something like a hammer appearing at that particular region. But we are not looking at the candlestick pattern, we're just looking at there should be a rejection. Okay, so now when you've seen a rejection candle appears, the next thing that you have to do is for you to enter the trade after the confirmation, after the rejection candle has actually closed. And then a candlestick pattern is an advantage for you at this particular point, but it doesn't really count. Okay, remember, you spot the candle that broke the trend line, and then you wait for you must see rejection candle. So after that, the next thing you do is for you to determine your entry. Like I said, we are supposed to be using a replay, but we are not going to be using a replay because of we are using a free plan of trading view. So but just look at the steps and what you should be looking out for. So after that, what you do is that you take your entry from the rejection candle. Okay, you take your entry from the rejection candle with your stop loss above the rejection candle, but I will advise that your stop loss should be above the swing high, the recent high above. Okay, let your stop loss be there. Then I'm also going to show us the strategy of our take profits step by step. It is very simple. In this particular trendline break strategy, there's a way we set our take profit. Okay, so let's use our short position. Okay, right, let's use our short position. Okay, so this is our short position, right? So what do? We say that we are going to be taking our entry from the rejection, right, as the rejection. So let's say we take it from here, and then our stop loss above the recent high, which is that recent high. Now let's zoom in. Okay, so as you can see from this particular trade now, let me delete this. No. Okay, so from this particular trade now, let's bring it down, and let's okay, so from this particular trade now, for what you are seeing now, as you can see rather, that the trade is already playing out. So but now you've placed your stop loss above at the top of the recent high. Now how do you take your take profit? So we are using a take profit method of TP1, TP2, TP3, TP3, F4, and the rest of them. That is how you take your profit here. Okay, so now this area at which this candlestick touches this trend line, this area, this region, now you have one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch. We can count this as a touch, but it's not really significant, but well, we can count it. So now this area that this candles is touching, it is your TP zone, TP areas. Okay, so from since we have four touches at this particular area now, sorry guys, since we have four touches now, so this is going to be our TP1, all right, area, a point of TP1 rather, 1 at this area, 2 at this, 3 at this area, 4 at this area. Okay, so what do? What you actually do is that you take your straight line or your trend line, any line you want to use. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so at this particular place now, this is where the trend, this is where the first touch happens. Yeah, so you place it here, right? You place it here. So this is going to be your first TP. Okay, you place it there. Now you go again, and let's draw another one, guys. Let's just draw another one for the sake of, I don't want this video to be too long, but let's draw another one. Okay, now so the next place now, this one is not really significant, but let's put it. Okay, let's just put it. It shouldn't be much. We can just use these two, or maybe let's not use that one. Okay, let's use these two, this one. Yeah, Okay, you place it here, and then of course you place at the last one. Okay, so because of the length of this video, I wouldn't want to bother us with that, but you already know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now you place it. So what do you do at your entry? So one thing about this strategy is that we believe that price will always come to take those touches, 1 2 3 or thereabout. So you, after your entry, your first take profit should be on this particular point here, this point A. Now this should be your first take profit. So when price touches it, your first take profit is triggered. So your second take profit should be at the next touch. Okay, we were supposed to be using here, but it's not significant enough. But here at this point, so like that to this point now. Okay, so that is how you set your take profit on this particular strategy. Remember guys, more of like a recap. Okay, so you spot your trend line, it must have 3 or more touches. Okay, then you wait for a break, then map out the candle that broke it. Okay, when you map it out, the candle that broke it, then you look for candles price rejection, multiple price rejection, at least 3 or more price rejection. Then when you spot it, okay, after confirmation, you actually enter from that rejection zone, from that particular rejection zone. Okay, you enter your short position from that rejection zone with your take profit, with your stop loss above the recent high, and then you set your TPs according to the levels of touches. Okay, so this is a very simple strategy. Even if you want to use it for the buy trend line, okay, which is reverse, okay, it's exactly the same thing. That's why I said if you don't know what a trend line is, we have a buy and sell. Okay, you comment on the comment section. I'm going to make a detailed and simplified very short video for us to know what it is. And also remember that this particular strategy works on all time frames. Okay, for this particular time frame I'm using, I think I'm on 4 hours time frame. The reason why I'm using 4 hours time frame, so I would have even used daily time frame, is because to reduce the level of noise in the market, so that you see the whole thing more clear and more detailed. Okay, so but remember that you can use this strategy on any time frame at all: 15 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and daily. You can use this strategy on it. So guys, go ahead and backtest and see how it plays out. Remember, follow the steps correctly and don't miss any of them. I'm also going to be dropping my number on the description box, okay, for us to, in case you can reach out to me. Maybe there are some things you don't understand, you can actually reach out to me. And you don't just trade trend line like that. Trade trend line with this particular strategy, and boom, you are going to be profitable. Okay, all right guys, thank you so much for watching up to this time. Please, if you've watched to this extent, it shows that you are truly hitting it hard. Okay, so please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, and possibly don't forget to comment. Not just because you want to comment, you can comment things you wish that, as a channel that is growing, things you wish we should work on, and for us to have a better experience. Thank you so much guys, and see you later.